Alright, let's get started. Welcome to Heroes of the Storm, You Can Do Better. I'm Patinator, and today we're going to be rolling with Tychus. If you've been watching this series, you know that I usually jump into gameplay, but right now I want to add a preamble because I want to focus the first part of the video discussing the abilities and talents and talent selection, while the gameplay part will be focused on execution. Well, you know, as good as an execution as I can have. Anyway, without further ado, for those of you who don't know, his abilities are Q is Overkill, which deals damage to one guy, and everyone in between also gets hurt. Anyone near the target also gets hurt for, I believe, half damage. Yes. One of his strongest abilities, W Frag Grenade, lobs a grenade that deals damage, knocks people away from the impact point, which breaks the laws of physics because it ignores their initial momentum. No matter where they're going, they're going to get knocked away from the grenade. Run and Gun is a short-range dash. Winds up his minigun. You might want to use this as an escape instead of an initiate. More often than not, that's going to be what you want to do. Minigun trait, he starts shooting faster the longer he's attacking. He actually starts at 0.67 attacks per second, and it ramps up to, well, a whole full 4 attacks per second, which is pretty good. The only person who does more basic attack damage per second would be the Butcher, and the Butcher needs it because he is in melee. His two heroics are Commandeer Odin. I call down an Odin to pilot. It's not as good as it used to be because killing him while in Odin used to keep him alive. Now, if you kill him while he's Odin up, he's still gonna die. Draken Laser Drill is my preferred heroic. It's always been my preferred heroic. Great for zoning people, deals a lot of damage, especially with the level 20 talent. And speaking of talents, we're gonna take a look at them right now. Level 1. I find it hard to not pick armor-piercing rounds at 1 because Shredder Grenade isn't that great. Bigger frag radius might actually screw up your allies' skill shots. Increased dash is not that great. The 25% of a tiny distance is still a tiny distance. Regeneration Master could be useful considering how it's been changed, but armor piercing rounds, your primary task is damage, and the damage he does initially isn't that great. I mean, it's good, but the armor piercing rounds is just too good, in my opinion anyway, to ignore. Level 4, I went with focused attack because more attacks, more damage, and it does its cooldown is reduced every time you hit with a basic attack, and you hit 4 times a second. That's gonna be a lot of damage coming out. Spray and Pray if you don't want to go with an auto attack build, but I want to build a walk and shoot Tychus, and that's why I went with focused attack instead. When his Q is off, he's just going to walk. He did have a minor change in the Eternal Conflict in that his basic attack range has been normalized in line with other ranged assassins. I don't know why it was ever shorter. Maybe because they didn't want him to start walking and shooting. If you start shooting at someone who is well within your range and start backing away, you'll walk and shoot because you have the attack speed and you have similar move speed, and you'll just keep shooting them. Eventually they'll get out because you're stutter stepping automatically, but it's still a lot of damage. Melting Point used to be my level 4 talent of choice, but it doesn't hurt mercenaries, which means it doesn't help him jungle, and it doesn't help him in a team fight. I think focused attack personally is the way to go. A Vampiric Assault if you want to get a little tankier, but I don't think it gives you enough healing to be worth it because it only heals while you're in combat and you're engaged. If you want to escape, it's not going to help you. The healing is not going to work out in your favor, and if you get caught out, you won't be shooting back, you won't be getting health, and by the time you do start winding up your minigun and start shooting them, well, you'll probably be dead. Level 7, First Aid. Rapid Fire seems too greedy for me. Quarterback is a W talent. And Sizzling Attacks depends on how good you are with your mana usage. Maybe you have a Malfurion, maybe it'd be good if he was very dedicated to giving you mana, but I don't like it. Every second when he's wound up, he spends 20 mana. That's a lot of mana. We discussed our heroics earlier. Problem Solver, I like it if there's at least one tank with high HP. And Ubarak might not be the best, the best target for it since he has low HP, for example. Sonya has low HP, but if you want more basic attack damage, it's a good target. If you're facing a lot of squishies, Lead Rain is good. Make him stay in the fight. Relentless, it's good if they have a lot of CC, but it's a little defensive for me. Let's see, at level 16, interestingly, Lock and Load doesn't get a lot of love from people. I like it personally because it combos very well with his E. It's suddenly a smaller version of Sprint. Stone Skin is okay, but it's better on tankier heroes because it's based on your maximum health. I mean, it's a little more survivability, but this gets you out of the problem. You're still in the problem situation. You're still hard engaged with Stone Skin. Executioner, if you got anyone with a lot of CC, long-lasting CC, Malfurion is a good example again. But even then, I'd still prefer Lock and Load because it's always active, it's always relevant, as opposed to Execution. And I hope I coordinate with them for this brief window of time. I deal a little more damage. Level 20, Focusing Diodes. Oh, this thing is beautiful. It'll shred forts, it'll shred towers, it'll shred tanks. If you want to kill someone and you picked Draken Laser Drill, which I did in the upcoming game. Yes, because this is being recorded after that game, so tenses aside, it still makes sense. Focusing Diode is the way to go. The range on this is huge. It's basically the entire screen. If you were in place of the Draken Laser Drill, you would hit the entire screen. That's it. Bolt of the Storms, you want more escape, but Focusing Diodes, I think, is still the way to go, despite Bolt. This is one of the few occasions where Bolt, I think, loses out. I mean, Nexus Frenzy is also good, but you don't really get a lot out of it with him because he has really soft basic attacks, and it doesn't add much. If you went with the Odin, and you want a walk and shoot build, Big Reddit Button is, it's alright. The problem I have with the Odin with a walk and shoot build is that a lot of the basic attack talents don't apply to it. Focused attack doesn't apply to it. What does apply to it? I think sizzling attacks applies to it. Problem solver does not. So you're actually losing a lot of synergy. Anyway, without further ado, left is me as a Tychus, Raynor, Diablo, Uther, and Kel'Thas versus a Illidan, a Thrall, a Malfurion, a Nova, and an Abathur. It's an okay match, despite the fact that we have a tank and they do not. The problem is they have an Abathur, and they have an Illidan and a Thrall to combo with that Abathur. Even Nova with armor piercing kind of works out with his increased attack speed if he picked the symbiote, and I believe he did. He really the increased attack damage. Anyway, let's go on to the gameplay.
5, 4, 3.
Things are kind of looking tenuous. I'm going to be taking bot lane alone. Illidan, Abathur, Malfurion, Thrall, Nova. Nova means play safe, because Nova's very dangerous. We don't have the highest HP in the game. We're no Vala, we're no Nova in terms of HP, but we are kind of soft, and everyone's kind of ganking top. I'm gonna hide over here while I watch that. Nova is there. We got the Malfurion. That is a Master Raynor on our side, so kind of a fan of that. No one's taking care of mid, but then again, nobody really needs to. Enemy team is not opposing us in terms of experience. Just gonna... Hey man, what's going on? Just gonna walk away from you. High level Illidan. That's okay by me. If there's any problem with Tychus right now, it's that the changes to blind kind of affected him the most because he has the highest basic attack speed after he gets his minigun revved up. Hey man, what's going on? Kind of tenuous there. Yeah, kind of a weird lane, but this should work out in our favor, as it has been. Let's just do this because his E does not help against it in any way. Oh, an Abathur! It is an Illidan Abathur. I should have paid attention to that. This is going to be dangerous. We got to be careful once they hit level 4 when the attack speed comes in. Hopefully Abathur is not coordinating with this, but it is probably the case. I'm just going to walk away and start shooting you because your evasion does not work against my Q. Let's just get levels efficiently. We should get the early advantage if they're not. Their Abathur is. No one is laning with their Abathur, which means that he needs to rely on his hat to be there to get experience. So he's ever gonna have to support this. Alright, he's gonna either have to support this or give up experience in mid lane. which works out for me very well. I like it. I like it a lot. Level 4 already, huh? 2 minutes in, gonna pick up focused attack as previously discussed because I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go kill this. Get rid of his symbiote. I wouldn't be surprised if Illidan's waiting in the bushes just to jump on us. Tribute should be coming up real soon. The moment the alert comes up, we're gonna back. Because we've used up our well. And Illidan, he's got a good chance of hurting us. Yep, gotta go. The good news is it's in top lane anyway, so we don't have to run back to our own lane. This is probably gonna turn out to be more efficient. Well, if you're wondering why Tychus doesn't have a lot of skin tints, because I'm blue. If I were green, I would die. If I were red, I would die. If I were green, I would. Let's go join this team fight. Let's go get this tribute Thrall. Not a good engage right now. Good zoning by our Tychus, by our Rainer. Let's see if we can get this Illidan. By Illidan. Let's see if we can get. Actually, that's a very good comp for Aberford to work with. Thrall likes the attack speed. Illidan likes the attack speed. Alright, we got it. Rainer was on the ball. Got tribute. While everyone's getting zoned out. Thrall, how did you die? We have the level advantage which we want as long as we're ahead of him. We should be fine. On even terms, we may be in trouble because of the Aberford Thrall and Illidan composition. Rainer's gonna do that. I'm gonna move on to bot, soak more experience, and press on disadvantage. 3 minutes in, one level ahead of the enemy team. Nova getting a kill on our kill fast. That's okay. I think that's their first kill. It is. It is their first kill. Nobody is soaking here. I believe that's Pajamafer because of that, little thing over there. Choo choo. It's kind of cute. I like Aberfur as he is a disgusting little zerg, disgusting little slug. We're pushed in pretty hard, so I want to be careful here. Interestingly enough, I already mentioned this during the preamble, but just in case you skipped ahead. In terms of single target damage, his basic attacks do more than his Q, even with overkill. But in a team fight, you probably still want to start with overkill. Not gonna get trapped in that route. Still gonna pick up first aid for level 7. Still want that survivability. We're not really giving up a lot. Rapid fire is greedy. Sizzling attacks is also greedy. Gonna have to go pick up that tribute, or at least help the team pick up that tribute. Rainer doing very well, I think. A lot of siege damage on us, but we have been laning for the majority of the game up to this point. Okay, Thrall. Zone for the team. Just gonna start poking away at this. I wish you could cancel that, but then you probably couldn't retarget it, which would be a problem. Hello. Illidan? Huh. 2 masters in our current lineup. Okay, no need for this. Gonna grab this real quick. Well, he tried. That's the real Nova. So we're just gonna press our Q and chase her around. Let's reorient our Q to target Thrall. Well, that was an okay play by him. Tried to get me to get aggroed by the... Oh! That's not good. We're gonna have to play more defensively. To aggro the Bruiser camp to distract me. But that's okay. He still had to go home. Alright. Thankfully, we didn't die. But the waves are pushed in thanks to Aberfur. Just gonna toss this over here. Yes, I think this will be okay. I can help you. I've got damage. We got this, buddy. I'm taking all the hits. Bot is unopposed right now. Gonna go over there.
Sure thing.
Since both of them were in top, so the next tribute should be in bot. V doesn't necessarily follow all the time, but it is something to keep an eye out for. I think only one tribute does not follow the pattern. 6 minutes in, 1 level ahead of the enemy team. I like this. I like this. Let's push hard on this. This is the Aberfur lane, or it was. I don't see his things anymore. I think that focusing on siege damage on Tychus would be wrong. Largely because if it hit mercenaries, I think I would be tempted to pick it. Then he'd be an amazing jungler. Yep, bot Here we go. I could take the gate, but I don't think it'll be necessary. Oofer, let's go. Let's go, buddy. We should be fine. Here. No presence. No, I have not felt Nova's presence in the game so far. That's a mine. Let's just walk into that. Kill fast. Getting killed again. Where was he? Alright. We got the curse. Gonna go down to bot and push this in really. Alright. I'm gonna pick up Draken Laser Drill because one, it'll let us zone for the team very well. We got Ruta. Let's press the one anyway. It'll let us zone for the team when we get tribute, and it's also great for supporting a push on a wall. I don't think we'll need to go for the Odin. I think that would be greedy. It's a huge change, this normalizing of his range. He can walk and shoot someone if he starts the engagement deep. Ugh, I like this Rainer. He is a master Rainer though. I like Rainer. I like his right click to kill build. But it's gone now. Hopefully they're gonna look at him again. Good news is they're gonna look at Kerrigan. And I like Kerrigan. I like her kit. It's just that her tans are, awful. We're missing out on a lot of experience actually, since the enemy wave is dying very quickly. Illidan is here. We don't need to do. Curse is up. And Nova got a poke off on us. We're just gonna press 1 and heal ourselves back up. Look at us. It doesn't even look like we're, doing anything. But we are. We're using abilities. We're getting a lot of siege damage. We're contributing in terms of experience. Hey, grenade kill steal. Or contribution, whatever. The point is, Abifer is dead. The slug is dead. We gotta actually go grab boss off this. Let's drop that over there, see who we get. We're over here now, so we're gonna leave. Laser doing work on Thrall. I like how this is working out so far. 9 minutes in, one ahead of the enemy team. We would have been higher, but we focused on getting mercenary camps. And while that's not necessarily wrong, I think it cost us a lot in terms of experience. We missed out on 2 lanes worth. Malfurion gonna go down to that super. Oh no, it's not Malfurion. It is just gonna shoot Thrall. Just gonna stand here and shoot people. That additional range is such a big deal. Not a lot of tanks on their team. In fact, no one tanky at all, but they do have CC in the form of Malfurion. Thrall does not have a lot of CC. I'm gonna go with Lead Rain, make sure that no one escapes us. I heard laughter. Was Tribute up?
We ought to capture this mercenary.
Is Tribute up? I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. I have not seen hide nor hair of Abifer. Is Abifer building correctly? Yeah, he is. Bye, Mouth. I am sorry, Mouth. I am sorry. I'm just gonna walk in here and shoot you. Hey, there's no escape, Nova. Oh, there is escape. Flip. And goodbye, Nova. How are we doing? 9 kills? We missed out in the team fight. That might have been when we didn't die, so I guess we didn't miss in the team fight. They just had kills in top lane while we were busy laning against Illidan. Wow, 10 minutes in, 3 levels ahead of the enemy team. If there's I think this is the snowbally map, because you're forced to team fight over the objective, but you can't team fight over the objective. You have to play very specifically, very precisely when you're, if you are gonna go for something like this. 1 target, so we're just gonna right click on it. That was fake. That was Abifer doing Abifer things. Just stand here. No need for our Q because our auto attacks will do more damage to a single target. Let's drop it over here. Laser for everybody. Alright. Burn this down. Press 1. Let's not die. Let's not die. Let's not die here. Let's get out of here. Oh, that laser doing work. Since this team fight, gonna press Q to walk and shoot. You can still walk and shoot with just your auto attacks, but it's not as reliable. Oh, that's the real one. Gonna tap the heating well before we go grab tribute, just so we are ready. That's not good. He's probably gonna get killed by a Nova. I want to say. Is that Abifer was trying to get it. It's not a bad call actually. Bye, Abifer.
Sure thing.
We have it. Gonna clear up mid lane because it is pushed in. Malfurion and Illidan are trying to take top. Yeah, I'm sorry. Not a bad idea. We are in the area. 12 minutes in, 2 levels ahead of the enemy team. It's not looking good for them. We'd have to fail very hard for them to make it. Team fight is starting up. We should keep pushing. We are full talent level ahead of him, or we will be at least. Malfurion. You've made a huge mistake, haven't you? Beautiful. He was about to testify, but I believe the gravity lapse interrupted it. We have a lot of CC, not really. Lock and load is good because it'll let you walk and shoot more once you're revved up, and you will be revved up once you use run and gun. So lock and load. Stone skin is also a great option actually. It's hard to argue against it if you want survivability, but I think it's like a mini sprint. VE, the run and gun. Stone skin is alright, but I think it really rewards for what? Let's drop it and press the 1. It's better on tanks because it's based on your max XP, and picking lock and load makes your E a mini sprint since it gives you a dash and increases your movement speed. Yes. Why am I not moving? Oh, I was blocked off. That laser is doing the work. We're doing the most in terms of experience, but that's because, again, we were in lane for a very, very long time. Let's retarget to the back so we get the most out of our Q. This is all going very swimmingly. 14 minutes in, 2 levels ahead of the enemy team, 1 full talent level ahead, so I am inclined to push. I think the problem with him is that there's no real, his power spike doesn't exist. Like, he's always consistent. It's a problem, and, like, you know, it's not entirely a bad thing, but a lot of people spike hard. Hello. Just gonna walk and shoot here. Let's dash out of that and start shooting this Illidan, who I believe is gonna die. Beautiful ult coming out from our Roofer. I'm just gonna poke this, and we're gonna leave because we can't possibly take that down at the moment. Raynor gonna clean up the fort, which is a great idea. Now all lanes are gonna get pushed in by catapults. Let's clean this up. That's not even the real Nova. I think that's the real Nova. That's not the real Nova. Neither of them are real. It was Abifer's clone. Yes. Okay, 15 minutes in. This should be the end of the game. I'm just gonna drop this over here and start burning down the core. Bye, Illy bro. Man, that nerf was huge. That nerf to Metamorphosis damage was kind of big. Wow, we've been here forever. We shouldn't be. Let's go poke down this. Let's go do nothing, actually. Clean up waves, provide minions as a win condition, and now I'm just gonna stand here and start shooting it because minions are in range, and Core should shoot them instead of us. Enemy team appears to have given up except for that Nova, who's still trying. Anyway, we're not gonna reach level 20, but at level 20, no, I don't care. Level 20, we would have picked up whatever it is I said at the beginning. Probably improved our ult, Draken Laser Drill. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. I'm Patinator, and I think I like this format more because the preamble lets me focus on commentating the game itself instead of explaining my choices. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you like it more like this, or do you like the little pop-ups at the bottom? No, just let me know. Anyway, I'm Patinator. I'll see you later.